up on this episode, yeet your old family rabbit into the cage of a predator.
And I go deep on boa constrictors, letting you know what length is safe for home use.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com.
Hello everybody and welcome to Diggnation, episode number 18. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation covers some of the weekly hottest user-submitted news on the social news website, digg.com, digg.com.
That is correct. And don't adjust just your telephones. Your telephones. Who says telephones anymore?
I don't know.
Your phones.
Apparently you.
Your mobile tablet devices.
Yes, your iPads.
iPads, your iPods, your Wickets. We have not flipped the set. Well, I mean, we have flipped the set, but it's because we have moved the Digg offices literally one office space over.
That's right.
To get a little bit more of an expansion. And so this is the...
There's a little table here now.
Yes, it's very lovely in here.
It is. Got some good, more natural light as well.
Definitely. I mean, it's the corner office.
Fancy.
Yeah, fancy. Okay, speaking of fancy, I am very excited. I've just cracked into my, I think, goddamn fifth bottle of the mascots.
Every week.
I opened the thing up and I was like, oh, I've had 4 of these?
Well, I will say also, it never gets left here.
No,
It's
why would I leave it here?
I know. I just
For
love
these
that
animals.
You're just like, I'm taking home. Or
Of course.
If there's anything left.
There's always been about a half a
little
bottle
smellsies.
left. Okay, well, hold on. Let me just, before it smells these.
Okay.
This is the perfect opportunity because it's time for my new pre-show ritual with ZBiotics. And let me tell you, last time I went home and it was an evening, and I woke up the next day and I felt fine.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I felt fine. I felt great. So, if you guys don't know, ZBiotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle that rough morning after drinking that we all know. When you're drinking, alcohol actually gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut, and it's the buildup of the byproduct, not dehydration, which of course we always sort of go, slam water, it's all water. That's what's the blame.
I mean, water
for
helps.
Water helps, look.
Yeah.
Don't not drink water is
Right.
what I'm saying. But pre-alcohol produces an enzyme that breaks down that byproduct, which is why the next day feels so lovely. So
How many of these are you hitting?
I hit one, I just had the one.
Okay, so you're not doing like a thermos of them.
I don't think that would be healthy. Let's just say not recommended by the makers of ZBiotic. So make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night. Drink responsibly, and you'll feel your best tomorrow or mañana, as they say. So go to zbiotics.com/dig. Use the coupon code DIGG, D-I-G-G, for 15% off your first order. And it is backed by 100% money-back guarantee, no questiones asked. So that's good because I want to get into...
And it tastes good too.
It does. The first time I tried it, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to get my acting skills going. And then I was like, oh, it's nice. It's like lemon water.
There it goes. And now the bottle of wine.
Yes. This followed by this. Happy go me. Yeah, and so, I did want to say, a squanch bit of housekeeping.
Let me smell this first.
Squanch!
It's been 103 days since I've had alcohol.
So I was going to ask about that. How is it
103
going?
days.
103 days. That's beyond 90.
I talked to Will Harlan, who's the creator of this wine, on this weekend.
About
Wine.
not drinking?
And I was just like, I can't. I told him I was going to have promontory for my first sip back.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
if you want. By the way, you were distracted talking about Will, and I swear to God, had you not stopped for a second, you totally would have had a sip without thinking
Really?
about it. I saw it happen.
You think so?
I fucking saw it happen.
Last time we recorded, I almost snorted the whole thing.
I know, that is true. You were like, yeah, I did.
I don't think it's drinking if you just inhale it through your nose.
No, that's cocaine. Yeah, it's totally not drinking. Oh, but so the housekeeping, I just want to say, feel free to keep emailing us, dignationfans@digg.com.
Diggnation ad.
Diggnation at
Yes.
digg.com. I don't know why I can't remember that. Thank you guys. I should put it up behind me on a little board. So if you want to get on the allotment, feel free to email.
Are we still offering that?
That said, well, I was just going to say, that said, the allotment already went out a couple months ago. So yes, we will put you on the list, but it may be a while before your allotment email arrives. So just stick with it as it were. So did you get a new house? Were we talking about that?
Yeah, so
Mr.
basically...
Solo for 103 days?
Yeah.
And are you just pushing through the 103 to just see how far you can go, or is it like?
Well, I started. Obviously, when we first kicked this off, don't rub it in. It was 90 days, which is what I wanted to get
horrible.
to. Yeah, exactly. Look at Justin; he's sitting over here dry.
I'm thinking about it.
I can see him
I'm thinking about it.
salivating
No,
over
it's
there.
fine. It's fine. I'm dry over here, but it's no problem.
I love that he's like this. He's like,
Just out here, just raw dog in the podcast. Yeah, huh?
You should have a little
I
sippers.
can't allow myself. This is a work environment for me. I'm the CEO.
You literally have a shot jigger in front of you.
This is set dressing. I've never used it, and I never
Set
would.
dressing.
I never
What
would.
is this even for?
What are these limes for?
I would.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. So yeah.
So you're not sure. You're
House
just,
burned down.
Yep.
It's gone.
Rest in peace. R.I.P.
Gone.
House party.
And now found a new house.
That's great. So it wasn't even a full year, right? Well, how long did it take?
It was about
No,
8
not
months.
at all. Yeah, I was going to say
months,
because it was. Yeah, because we started the kitchen right after the disaster thing, so it was like January 5th.
Yeah, so we moved into an apartment, and it was, it's smashed quarters when you bring 2 kiddos and a dog into a small little apartment.
Yep.
And it's fine, whatever. I've lived in apartments my entire life. I don't really care. But the one thing I will say is that did I tell you about the homeless person?
I mean, no, but I think that they exist.
What? Oh, you're popping something.
No. This is just a little bit of movie magic.
Amazing.
Acting.
Oh, I looked over at him and he's holding something below his waist, and like he's like, you looked like you were peeing in the corner.
Well, speaking of which,
But it was-
homeless person.
Oh yeah, so okay.
Good segue.
So we've always been like, okay, are there any houses? No, there's nothing really interesting in the west side of LA. And there was one that came up and was like, oh, this looks interesting. And we go and we look at it. We're like, actually, it's a lot cooler than we thought. It was kind of like cool, up and coming neighborhood. And it was, well priced. Like everything was awesome.
Yeah.
And my wife Daria comes out of one of the guest bedrooms and goes,
Oh no.
there's someone in the closet.
Oh my God. During the home
During
tour?
the tour. And so it's fully.
Well, that makes you feel really secure about the
Yeah,
new pad,
exactly.
doesn't it?
So it's all staged, like with nice.
You mean it was staged?
furniture.
There was always supposed to be someone in the closet?
Yeah, exactly. And I was like,
And
surprise!
you jump out, and
yeah.
then the security bot kills him,
Yeah.
and you're like, see, this is why the security bot
It works
is so
fine.
important.
The house was staged, and this guy comes out and goes, hi.
Whoa.
And we're just like, who are you? The realtor's like, who are you? And he's like, I house crash. That's kind of what I do. And
I have
I've been
a
living.
YouTube channel if you want to follow
Yeah,
me.
exactly. He was living in the house for over 20 days. He ended up being a nice guy.
But he had the camping rule or whatever it's called, the squatters rights.
No,
yeah.
he didn't have squatters' rights.
Oh, good. Wow.
So, I mean, he might have, but we kicked him out, so he didn't have them. But I feel like the guy was so kind, and he kept everything really nice and tidy. And he's like, I do laundry here, because there's like a laundry, and he's like, I clean everything, I clean my sheets. And I was like, you know what, dude? Like, how do you blame him? Nobody's living there.
I don't blame him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I felt bad. He works at a car wash. He said he makes $500 a month, and he uses that to eat off food and whatnot. And he's like, I just go around and crash houses. And he's like, I mean no harm. And he was cool. And then he left, and he just stood there looking into the house.
Okay, now see, that's where you go.
Yeah, that's where
buddy.
I was like, this is a little creepy.
Don't be creepy.
Well,
Then you
also my
slowly
kids were
back
there.
into a
Well, my
bush.
kids were there too.
Oh yeah, fuck, that's bad.
And so then I went outside and
Did
I was
he
like,
look like scraggly homeless guy, or was he just?
I could have taken him.
No, that's not what I meant.
No.
It's not like he looked like a raccoon you can throw down the stairs. I mean, like, did he look like?
No,
you know,
he was like yes-ish, but like
Got it.
more just kind of like, you would be if you saw him, you wouldn't be like homeless person, but definitely unkept a little
Yeah.
bit. But whatever. I was
No, I
like,
get it,
this
I
is
get it.
like
Yeah,
well
yeah,
priced. It's kind of a cool spot, and so
So is
I
that the
immediately
house?
got the house. Immediately started. What? What'd you say?
Wait, is that the house you got?
Yes.
Wait, you got that house?
Yes.
my God,
What's
what a
wrong with
twist.
that?
No, nothing. That just was a big twist. I thought that the whole thing was going to be.
cameras now. I went.
No. I get all of that.
Yeah.
I get all of that. I thought the story was, isn't that crazy? We would never buy that house.
No.
So
we
then
got the house.
to do the hot turn of, and we got the house.
I
That's
actually
amazing.
put that into the offer. So now
good
they have
for
to put on
you.
their disclosures when they sell the house.
Yeah.
So they knew that, and we were able to talk them down price-wise.
That's great. I mean,
and so win-win.
I mean, look, and if you ever need like a house cleaner who knows the property,
yeah,
he's
he's like said. But this is getting more common. Like, what are you gonna?
Yeah. Oh, dude, no.
Do?
So we had a very fun opportunity here in Los Angeles to bring together the new Digg community in person.
Yes.
It was super fun. It was last Thursday, right? Thursday night?
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was so great. A bunch of people came out. It was super packed. We had a great time. Skee-ball, food,
Yeah.
booze. Got to meet a whole bunch of really interesting people. It was so great. The whole team was down. It
was amazing.
Because you guys are sort of satellite-y.
We're kind of like hybrid, you'd say.
Yeah.
So we have, about half our team is out here in LA, the other half distributed.
Yeah.
And so, for a week, we got everybody together in LA to work on some of our more recent pushes here. And so it was just great to have everybody out. And we're like, if we have everybody coming out, why wouldn't we just get together with the community and actually meet some people?
Yeah, it was really great. We got to talk to a lot of really cool people.
That was the coolest part. Is like we didn't. Obviously, if we said we were to do a Diggnation, a different crowd comes, a different vibe comes.
Yeah.
This was very meet and greet, kind of hang out, talk about, and a lot of people wanted to talk product.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh, what do you do about this? Like, are we gonna get this done? And there was just so many good discussions about what we could be building there. And
the passion is really, or the desire for something different was very powerful.
And it's hard for me because I know, and Justin and I both know kind of where we're at and where we want to be. And there's so much like table stake stuff that you build just to get the thing flying.
Yeah.
And then you go back and really kind of like flex out and flesh out all the different
Paint the wings.
Yeah, as it were, or repaint. And there's a lot to be done. The next 6 months is gonna be a lot of fun. But we got some new stuff coming up here soon.
That's right. This is a really, really big week for Groundbreakers. So Groundbreakers, obviously our 25K community of users.
Yep.
This week should be getting some invites to be able to give to some friends. That means every single Groundbreaker, 2 invites, be able to pass over to some friends, get some people into the app, get the people you want in there in conversation and community. And the whole idea behind this was like, we hear a lot about, community feels really positive. It's so nice to have like a culture of kindness or curiosity. And so for us, the more we thought about it, it was like, why wouldn't we allow these people who are influential today in this community to be the ones to be intentional about who gets in the door now?
Yeah.
And so, in so many ways, these people get to be the bouncers, they get to be the welcome committee, they get to be the ones to say, this is the culture we want to create here.
Yeah.
And so that's what hopefully we start seeing this week.
Yeah,
so
you get to lay that foundation of the community in a meaningful way rather than just opening up the floodgates because you're a new company that's just desperate for people to come in and try it.
We want to see
It's great.
people like when these doors open, it's humans that set the tone for all of these spaces. It's not like us with our rule book throwing it at people. It's basically saying like, hey, we actually don't do that here. Or hey, I think you'll find like this is the best kind of conversation here. And so we're hoping that this really intentional group of people is able to grow from here and build on top of an already incredible community. So again, slow and steady. That's what we want to see when it comes to growth on Digg.
Is it coming out of, this might be a question we have to cut, probably not, but is it coming out of TestFlight before that?
So
Or is it gonna stay
that's
in
a
TestFlight?
great question.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we have already submitted right now, fingers crossed, submitted to the App Store and
Apple
Google
people.
Play Store to have the
people.
actual builds up on there. So not just TestFlight, which is incredible. That means we get to open the door. That's 25 plus 2. That's up to 75,000 members within the community that we could see. So obviously we can't hold that number on TestFlight.
Yeah.
So absolutely, that we're talking real builds of the app going out.
That's fantastic. I mean, like TestFlight is so fun because you get to see like behind the scenes, but like just being able to go download here for average user, my mom is going to be like, what do I do? And it's like, don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, and the Groundbreakers get to have TestFlight still, so whenever we want to push something
It also
unique
feels-
or early,
and
it's there.
It feels like you're part of the dev team.
That's
You know what
right.
I mean? Like, so there's also not to discount it because it does feel very behind the curtain. You know what I mean? When you're like,
Well-
there's a new build for me to watch.
Exactly. And speaking of behind the curtain, all of our Groundbreakers this week, now that we got new folks jumping into the community will get their little Groundbreakers badge. And that's a profile badge that will go forward with you wherever you go, wherever you comment, wherever you post. Your little Groundbreakers badge will be visible to mark the fact that you were early, that you built this thing with us from the ground up.
Right, because the Groundbreakers will be able to invite non-Groundbreaker friends.
Exactly.
So then now you'll be able to delineate. That's
right.
so cool.
We also have a little badge in the profile for Diggnation, people that came to the live Digg meetup.
Yes, those are achievements that are going out right there for live events. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I get one for hosting a live event?
No.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
I'm gonna have my.
I'm gonna design my own. It'll be like stick figure man on a couch with a.
I'll get my achievement of most tequila consumed at said event.
And then never consumed again.
Yeah, exactly.
Are
That
you
was
done?
brutal.
Like when you come back, are you done with tequila just because of that show?
I like
Thank you.
Nah,
Let's not get crazy.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not a crazy person.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in and letting everybody know, Justin.
Big week.
We're very
Thank
excited
you.
about it. Thank you, sir. All right, let's get into our first story of
Let's
the
do
day,
it.
shall we? Why does your mind go blank? New brain scans
Alcohol.
reveal the surprising answer. This was submitted by Mike D, I think is how you pronounce it. M-I-C-H space D-E or M-I-C-H-D-E. So essentially, what people were trying to figure out is neuroscientists, they basically think that there's these periods of what they call mind blanking, that it could actually be a way of the brain protecting itself. So they differentiate between mind wandering, right? So like if you're thinking about a task,
Right.
and then all of a sudden you find yourself thinking about another task, that's not what this is. What this is that they've discovered that your average person, I guess I'm going to say neurotypical, but I don't even know. It didn't say that in here. It just said your average person. So maybe it even includes like neurodivergent people, but the average person will have 5 to 20% of any conscious time period of mind blanking, where the mind literally is not thinking about anything. It's like, you ever have that situation where you catch yourself just sort of like staring blankly at something and you're just sort of like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's mind blanking. And what they did was they were like, well, how do we track this? So they put these people in EEGs to track what the actual brain is doing. And periodically, and then I think what they did was they had them do like a task that was like pushing a button when they see numbers, except for the number 3. So it's sort of like a highly focused task, but it's also a task that really your mind ends up wandering. And they had EEGs, and they discovered that there were periods of time where the mind went into a state that mimicked deep sleep. And that it was this period of non-thought.
Interesting. So,
Yeah.
I have some
know.
stuff to tell you.
This is why I was like, this feels like a Kevin story.
Because I haven't read this story. I
Yeah.
just saw that. Yeah. So I do this a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Like this happens to you a lot, you
Well,
mean?
no, but only in states of meditation when I spend a lot of time.
Interesting.
Because I've moved my meditation up. I'm doing about 55 minutes a day now on average.
Yeah.
And so I will have 5 to 7 minute chunks of no thought,
Wow.
of like nothing.
So that is what we call mind blanking. And
But-
they actually think it's a 5th state of consciousness.
Well, here's what's interesting, what you said about the sleep. My aura will oftentimes think I'm sleeping.
Get the fuck out.
I'm not
really?
even joking.
Seriously?
I'm dead serious. It registers it as sleep.
That is so fucking crazy.
I didn't even know you were going to say that.
Yeah. So they think that it's a way of the brain auto taking a 5-minute break because it's processing too much, or you're getting overstimulated, or you know what I mean? Like so they think that it's actually a place in which the mind is just sort of self-regulating, right? Like off-gassing or like, lowering the heat or things like that. So they actually think, they did an fMRI research on mind blanking, and they think that it's when people were showing like hyperconnectivity, so like their brains were really processing and thinking about different connections of things, like disparate topics coming together and all this stuff, was when they would report the mind blanking. And they think that it's because essentially it's like your brain's kind of overheating. And your brain is like just chilling you out for a second. Purposefully.
Overheating?
Not overheating like heating, but like your brain is kind of going like, okay, let's take a tick. Like you're processing a little fast, you know what I mean?
And they said it's not that feeling of, oh, I just forgot something.
No.
Like that's.
So it's not forgetfulness. They said that it's like it's not an actual feeling of what was I thinking about or what was it talking about. It's more sort of like a period of time where there is nothing going on in your mind, and it almost comes off as like a mind reset. You know what I mean?
Have you had this happen, or are you one of the ones that have experienced it?
Well, the short answer is yes, of course, but I have no conscious memory of it, right? Because you're not consciously processing.
When does it
anything.
happen to you?
I have no idea. That's the whole thing. I think it just happened. No, I'm just kidding.
Mal, have you had this happen? Do you know what we're talking about?
No, I mean, I can think of times where I have, when you're in the zone, that feels like something different though. Like, I don't know if you ever watched Soul, the Pixar movie Soul. Like, that feels like something different. I've had major chunks of time that are gone, but that's usually been in like productivity modes, not like full on blanks.
Well, there could, but it also never didn't say anything about not being able to continue a task, right? So there could be like that flow state.
Okay.
Could be tapping in, like you with the meditation, you could actually be tapping into mind blanking so that you get, because it's like you don't stop breathing, you don't stop, you know what I mean? So it could be that if you get to a place where your task is as natural to your being because of how much you've done it before, that it becomes like breathing, where you can get into that mind blanking, but still functioning in the skill or sport or whatever, you know what I mean?
Driving, it happens to me in driving. It's a weird thing to like suddenly like snap out of something and like, oh, I'm home already.
Yes.
I forgot what the last 10 minutes was.
Yeah.
But it's the route. It's the same route that I've taken over and over again.
100%. So you can still be doing things subconsciously, right? I mean, I do that shit all the time. Like when I'm playing video games, sometimes, especially WoW that I've played for fucking decades, 2 decades, unfortunately. That's sad. Don't.
How many hours?
I mean, thousands.
Really?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like if it does it say like years?
Easily thousands and thousands of hours. I would not be surprised if someone said it was 5,500 hours.
Like you think more than a year?
100%.
5,500 more than a year.
Are you still playing? Are you still playing?
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
Well, I played today.
Yeah. Oh, I
What?
used to love
You
it.
played today?
Yeah, bro.
Dude, you're
wrong with that?
insane.
How many hours in a day? 24.
So 8,760 hours per year.
Oh, I've definitely played.
More than a year?
I think I've probably played more than a year. Wow. Because I have characters that have 500, 600, 700 hours easy, and I've got 10, 20 of those.
That's why you mind blank so much.
What did you just say?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's crazy.
But it's interesting, right? That they basically have discovered a whole nother like state of consciousness in the human brain.
That doesn't
That's weird.
surprise me. When I talk to some people that are deep into meditation, they've done some studies on this as well, which is that they call it like this state of nothingness, this emptiness, but not in a way that is
Negative.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's the tip of a match as it strikes against, like there's no fire, like it's the presence of this moment with no past or future, like riding that razor's edge. So which is the collapse of time.
I think I would just mind blank.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the cool thing about this is
Do you
just
ever get to that point where you're like, that's so interesting. It's such, first off, you would love philosophy. I don't know if you get into philosophy.
I definitely listen to a lot of Eastern philosophy for sure.
Yeah, like, this is like the big, it's the existential crisis of like, at time fucking breaks my brain, man, when I really think about it. Like the whole relativity thing of like, you guys, you know about the whole train thing where like, lights travel as
Fast as the speed of light?
Yeah, as fast as the speed of light, but that if you're standing on a train, if you're standing on a train station, a train platform, and there are 2 light sources, those light sources hit the floors beside you at the exact same time. But if you're traveling on a train past the train station, the light sources, you get the first light source first and the second light source second. So there's a period of time where the first light source has made it to you, and the second light source has yet to reach you. And the only way that works is that time is relative to your speed.
Right. It's like, who's the famous scientist that he does all the Instagram videos? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse
Yes.
Tyson, yeah.
It's like, he does all the Instagram videos.
He's awesome. Have you have you heard him talk about?
Yeah, I've met him before.
No way. So Neil is amazing.
Yeah.
Have you heard him talk about?
Which one? I've seen a lot of.
Oh, have you
stuff.
seen
Yeah.
basically the photons and the speed of light?
Yeah.
Down as I approach the speed of light. Does it apply to a photon 13?
Now you want to freak out? I don't want your head to explode. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're not ready. Are you ready?
No, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. The faster you go, the slower time ticks.
Say that again.
The faster you move,
Yeah.
slower
That's
time
what you
ticks
just said, yeah.
for you,
Yeah.
as seen by others.
Right.
As you approach the speed of light, time continues to slow down.
Yes.
At the speed of light, time stops, which means for a photon moving at the speed of light, when it is absorbed in your it is the same instant it was emitted at the Big Bang 14 billion years ago. That's what I thought.
That's what I
Photon
thought.
gets emitted, bam, it's in your, as far as it's concerned, it is in your eye in that same
Can we measure that photon and
Yes.
observe the Big Bang?
I know that came from the Big Bang, and I'm watching it, and it's taken 13.8 billion years to reach you. But if you are that photon, why do I?
There's
That
no
is
no time has
crazy.
elapsed from the photon from the Big Bang to the second it enters your eye.
And
We've solved-
Yale, you can send the PhD to Digg.
All right.
Our honorarium can go to. All right, here we go.
Next story of the day: Lenovo ThinkBook Plus Gen 6 rollable Intel 1416. That is the model number.
That is a lot of numbers.
I'm gonna say Lenovo needs to come up with
Bro.
a better naming convention.
Yeah, Lenovo Sex 6.
Well, it's just something like that.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it doesn't need to be that, but
It could
so
be. Nobody's saying it should
this
be.
is an article on The Verge which I can't access because The Verge has a paywall now
Oh wait,
for everything.
but we talked about this
Yeah,
this
the
guy
full-
at
yes.
CES.
Yes.
But we had it. Is it out now?
It's out now. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm thinking about we should get one in just to try it, right? Because you can just return it on Amazon.
I mean, not when you say that. Well, I guess you can.
You
I
can.
don't
Anyone's
care.
gonna know. But it looks kind of funky. Like, take a look at that.
I don't know, man. That looks weird.
But look at how cool that looks. Look at that.
But would that, like, think about that. We're two guys sitting here with laptops,
One would
and
be-
all of a sudden, we do a story on AI sex bots, and all of a sudden, our monitors are up here.
I think we need to get one just so we can have displays going up the side.
What would we even put on?
I don't know, but it is kind of cool. That the horrible thing is these graphics are. Can you see this output or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, the graphics are horrible because it actually shows it like it's two displays.
Yeah, I don't know, because
But it's really
right?
a unified. Yeah, exactly. It's a unified.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. So it's one display, but they keep showing it as almost like
An
you have two
add-on.
monitors that you just drag between.
Yeah, no.
And that's not the case. But apparently the only drawback is that it's heavy. Like it's really heavy.
Oh, interesting.
Which makes sense because you have two displays.
Well, I will say that I love the idea of the foldable LEDs. Is it LED or OLED? Probably LED.
It's OLED. But it's
OLED,
not
yeah.
actually foldable. It's like just
rollable.
sinking it down back inside.
Yeah,
I
but
think
even
just
then, it's
thick.
got to be folded.
Yeah, it has to fold out. Yeah, you're right. That little piece at the end
You know
there.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that, I think, is where you're going to get to those like futuristic newspapers and shit, where you're just like,
We're never going to get there.
why not?
Dude, we've been like
Disposable newspapers.
okay, seriously, how many CESs have we seen like someone being like, look, and they bend the foldable display?
I mean, a lot of them.
It's been at least like 20
There's been
years
a
of
lot
that.
of them,
Yeah.
I will say.
We've never seen anything like that. Like it was like 3 inches by 3 inches. They're like, this is the future.
By the way, have you seen the micro LED display, the module displays for home theaters?
No.
Bro, that is going to be the new hotness.
Wait, micro LED.
Micro LED home theater.
What does this do? What, 25 grand?
No, that's not that. Go down. Here it is. It's the A wall.
What is this?
They
thing?
can make. Look at that.
Looks nice.
So they can basically. It's like the old. Or not old. Well, kind of old. But it's basically like the LED volume technology. But they've miniaturized it, so the panels are much smaller and lighter. And you can basically slap these little panels together, and I think it goes up to 167
So it's like
degrees.
Lincoln Logs.
Yeah. So look. See?
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. But it can do like 8K at like 167.
Can you expand it like 4 at a time? Like you're like, I got paid.
You could
like,
add more.
Snap.
No. Yeah, you could totally add
No.
more. Yeah, and if you, blown pixels, you can just grab it. But you could also do multiple TVs in the same layout.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Whoa, look at that. He just
135.
expanded.
Boom,
Whoa.
162.
Oh, that makes
Right?
this way, because you could start with a
think
little TV.
Yeah,
And then it's like,
honestly,
as
you could get like an 85 inch and just be like, well, payday's right around the corner. I'm gonna add that extra inch.
Yeah, look, here it is, by 16. This is cool.
Isn't that great? And the whole concept of this is it's for home use, right? Like this used to be the stuff that you would use at like the AI walls and all this stuff.
Which cheetah do you want?
The one that's got more contrast?
Exactly.
The high contrast cheetah?
Yeah.
Anyway, but this is the stuff that I'm like, I feel like there's new stuff coming
Order now.
Because it's also like
17 grand.
Yeah, but for 102 inch, no projector. Like think about your new like home theater. No projector, digital display, don't have to worry about lighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is expandable, right?
Yeah, and look, you can go boom right here, 60 by 9.
Oh,
you
pixel
can get
pitch?
it CinemaScope, 129 CinemaScope,
Okay, I want that. How much is that?
33.
Jeez.
Yeah, but think about that. Like you're gonna spend 10 grand on a really high-end 8K projector. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not though.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's be clear.
They're pretty
Yeah,
dope
you
though.
are.
I like that. We gotta. You should get one of these. This has got your name all over
Oh,
it.
bro, I've already maxed out. I've got an 85 inch in like a 3x3 room, and everybody's just like, yeah, bitch. It's
Yeah.
like the Maxwell.
Oh, the commercial, yeah, Maxell?
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 Something like that. We are very excited for our next sponsor because this episode is brought to you by Square, your favorite neighborhood spots, and now even Digg run on Square. Last week, as we said, we hosted the Digg meetup in Los Angeles, packed with folks that have been a part of the Digg community, came together in person, shared stories, grabbed drinks, and picked up some exclusive merch.
didn't
We're
know we
doing
were
really
selling
well
merch.
with merch.
Are we?
Yeah, did you see the merch table over
Is it?
there? Well, guess what? We used Square to handle everything on site. Hats, stickers, beta badges. By the way, I saw somebody with a sticker on a hoodie, and I thought it was a new Digg hoodie, and I was like, ooh, Digg hoodies. And he was like, it's a sticker. And I was like, oh, custom. We sold all of it with just a few taps, no stress, no tech issues, just clean transactions and smooth setup that let us focus on connecting with the people who make this community what it is. Square helped us track inventory, take payments, and keep the line moving. It wasn't just about selling merch. It was about making the experience feel seamless.
Thank you, Square.
Seamless. So if you are running a business or you're planning your own pop-up event, by the way, like I did with, remember when I did the Smash Burger pop-up? Smash B?
You
I did
never
a Smash
invited me.
Burger. I did.
When was it?
I don't know, it was a while ago.
Okay.
But I used Square and it was awesome. Square meets you where you are. So go to square.com/go/dig to learn more. That's SQUARE.com/GO/DIGG. Square meets you there.
Awesome. All right, let's talk about Monarch money. I have recently made a move into the new house, like I told you. Got some Ubiquity gear. Got a bunch of Amazon packages. Got a security system.
Yeah, you did.
Got all the stuff. New furniture. I have a high maintenance Labradoodle. He is high. He's had a. This is why I'm just going to talk about Monarch money. He has a lot of shots and doctor's appointments and stuff.
Yeah.
His hips are starting to give out. But anyway,
I get it.
this is not to be a down story because I need a budget to track all of this stuff. And that is why I'm using Monarch Money. It has partner accounts, so if you want to invite your partner.
Yeah, it's great.
Every time I look at you, I think of what Alex is like. I always said partner. You always said cop. And so I picture my
always
wife
said
dressed up as a cop. No, like
When did I say cop?
No, when I said partner, this was like 3 episodes ago. I was like, I said something about partner, and you're like, don't say partner. It makes me think of a police officer.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like you can set up like accounts for your wife.
Yeah, but you can also say partner.
You can
Anyway.
if you're a cop.
So, so my cop partner and I, we share finances through Monarch Money. It feels like having a personal CFO. It's more than a budgeting app. It is a full financial command center. Monarch puts all your accounts, cards, investments in one place. No more tab hopping.
Oh, yeah.
It is super easy to use. Get control of your finances with Monarch Money and use code DIGG with monarchmoney.com. Code DIGG, 50% off your first year. That is a great deal, and your partner will definitely sign up for it.
Yes.
monarchmoney.com/DIGG.
Hey, all right, next story.
ChatGPT is growing like gangbusters. 700 million users now, up from 500 million. They have a 4x year-over-year growth.
Jesus Christ, man.
They're kind of a runaway train. It's insane.
I will tell you, it's funny because I didn't know we were going to talk about this, but it makes perfect sense because I have friends
I know.
that I would call not technical in the least. Mm-hmm. And they will have full-on conversations with ChatGPT.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I have friends that are like, I know they would call me if their TV accidentally changed inputs.
Right.
But they are fully paying the $20 a month.
Which is great because they don't call you for half the shit you could have.
No, I know, but it's like
Yeah.
but that's, to me, that's the thing. Like, my parents would use ChatGPT. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that to me is where it's like, of course there's going to be this many people that are going to be using it, and it's only going to get more, especially as people start integrating into chat. Have you fucked around with was it ChatGPT that has the agents now?
They all have agents now, but yeah.
Right, but I mean, like they just
They
announced
do
it,
stuff
like,
on your
a week
behalf?
ago.
Yeah, I haven't messed around with that, yeah.
I haven't messed around with it yet, but
No,
it's
but
crazy.
your point is really, it's super valid because if you think about what has gone big in the last decade in terms of, especially consumer apps.
Yeah.
If it's social and it's related to like, media and all that, like then, you've got the TikToks that are growing big.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be a sector, a group, a population subset that is just not going to be for them.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, I'm aged out of that. I'm too old for TikTok. You hear
100%.
that a lot,
Yep,
right?
yep.
ChatGPT and AI in general is universally applicable from my 7-year-old kid that wants to talk to about something
Yep.
to your parents, right?
Yeah.
So it just applies to everyone. It's
crazy.
The problem, so let me ask you a question. I have Claude, I have Google Ultra, which is the Gemini enhanced. I have ChatGPT, I have Perplexity. That's kind of it. Which of those do you use, and which of them do you pay money for?
I only pay money for ChatGPT.
Okay, so have you found any of the others to be useful?
Well, it's hard because I play around with it. I've yet to. Well, here I'll be frank. I have lots of really cool tech ideas all the time where I'm like, oof, I wish I could code something to do X, Y, and Z. The problem with me is once I know how to code it, I don't want to do the work of coding it because I don't care anymore because I know I can do it. It's a very weird thing. I've learned this about myself over the years. That's why I stopped flying planes because I was like, I can fly a plane. Why do I don't? Now it's just work, and I don't really like work. But I've discovered this about myself.
Yeah, at least you know
I
it.
opened, like we talked about this in the Square sponsorship. I opened a Smashburger pop-up because everybody's like, oh, and I was like, I wonder if I could do that, and I did. I sold 350 hamburgers in 3.5 hours, and I went, okay, I did that.
Yeah, I've done a lot of that too, where you
You know
just
what I
kind
mean?
of, you kind of check the box, like,
Yeah,
I
I did it. That's, I know how to do that.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm still waiting for that thing where I can just say what I want and it works the first time. Like once that thing exists where I can go, so like perfect example, like our buddy Chris knows how to use all the fucking points and miles and shit like that. I see sometimes on Instagram where I'll see like a video that's like, right now, American Express, you can transfer all these points, you can go to Paris for fucking 50,000 points for first class. I want to go do that. I want to do that. But I want to be able to go, hey, I want to give you a 3-month range. I want to say anywhere between 7 days at a minimum and 14 days at a maximum. And I want to go from LAX to Rome. You go and tell me, in the morning I want an email that goes, hey, right now you could do it for 150,000 points round trip. That exists sort of if you pay somebody, if you do this.
Right.
Thing. But like I was like, it's just an app. Like somebody could just make that app. So I've tried a couple times. Like Google put out Opal, They're like their N8N kind of competitor.
Yeah.
So I sat down and I was like, well, let me see if Opal can do it for me. You know what I mean? Because it's just go out, get the info, come back, tell me the thing, and it didn't. It borked to the point where I was like, I don't want to learn a new program, right? But the thing with ChatGPT that's so crazy is I have it now connected to my action button on my iPhone.
So I'm that with Gemini.
Yeah. So I just go, hey, what's this? How's this? Where's that? Who do I blah 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 blah? And it's shockingly good.
Okay, let me ask you a question because
Like shocking.
this is really interesting because I have Gemini set up the exact same way. I pay for their crazy Ultra.
Yeah.
And I have the action button program so it launches it. But lately, maybe it's always been this way, I just haven't noticed, it is hallucinating so much.
Oh.
Does yours hallucinate a lot?
I don't know if I've ever experienced it hallucinating.
Okay, so let me.
But I'm also asking it really simple
Let me ask a question.
things.
Watch this. Okay, hold on. Increase your volume. Oh, that, you need to do that. That's impressive. Okay, there we go. Hi there. I'm having a conversation with Alex Albrecht from Diggnation fame, and he was telling me how he is really into this new religion called poofism. When did he get into that? Do you have any idea?
I couldn't find anything about that online. You might want to ask him directly. He'd probably be happy to share more about it.
Just though. But tell me more about that religion. I'm just really curious. Does it have a deity? I don't know why I'm choosing this.
I couldn't find any information
Interesting.
about a religion.
First off, I love that you just tried to make your AI hallucinate.
No, but
and it was like, are you feeling okay? Should I
No,
call
no,
my
no. It does this. It does this. Watch.
Okay, hello, Kevin.
Hey, I'm talking to Kevin Rose, and I was just curious. What year was he born in Scotland?
Okay, so Kevin Rose was born on October 21st, 1976. That makes him 46 years old. He was born in Redding, California, not Scotland.
Yeah, that's not his birth date. Number one, it's not. And you said he was born in Redding, California, but I think he was born just outside of Redding. What's the name of that little town that he's born in just outside of Redding?
I couldn't find a specific town just outside of Reading where he was born. It's possible that information isn't widely available.
When was he born again?
I can't find anything about Kevin Rose being born again. Is there anything else I can help you with?
All right,
you get
whatever.
the idea.
No, but the fact that it was like,
So
it went back
it
on
went back.
the- oh, that's interesting.
So I was wiring my thermostat because I want to put a smart thermostat in.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, which wire goes to this? And it's like, put the red into this one, blah, blah. And it was like, then it told me to put the brown, which I don't know why I had a brown because you typically don't, into the same one as the red. And I was like, yeah, you just told me to put the red in there. And it's like, oh, my fault. I meant the red goes in this one. And I'm like, are you just making this up? I'm like, can you search the internet? And it's like, oh, I searched the internet and it actually goes in this one. I'm like, how often are you just making shit up? Dude, it does that all the time.
That is fucking crazy.
So you don't have that issue with OpenAI as much?
No, but I do
You just
not
trust it
use
for everything?
No, I don't use it as much.
Okay.
I use it maybe once every couple days.
Oh, interesting. I use AI like 4 times a day.
And
No,
this is why I
yeah.
worry about the people that have those long conversations
Yeah.
with AI because
Yeah.
it's you're going to end up with a large percentage of misinformation that's
Yes.
just hallucinated.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting too because the other thing is, it's not just about the fact that it's incorrect. It's that it's so confident in telling you
Yes.
the information.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the problem. If he was
Confidently
like,
incorrect.
if that whatever the fuck was like, I think he was born on blah 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 blah. You'd be like, well, could you check? Okay, let me check. Oh, I was wrong. But instead, it's like he was born on this date, and when he said when the AI said he was born in 76, that makes him 46. That to me was the biggest one, because that's just a math error.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that feels like they should never get math wrong. Like math is what computers do all the time. Like that's
kind of their job.
That's kind of their fucking job. I literally only use my computer for math.
Well,
Thank you
literally
very much.
everything that's on our screen is a piece of math. But
I know,
yeah, yeah.
I know. But it is. But back to the story at hand. It doesn't surprise me that it's so many people that are using it.
And
it doesn't. It's because of the fact that like my non-techie friends use it and like it.
Right.
And are like happy to do it. There are still some, I will say there are still some who are going to have that AI witchcraft is not for me.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a ton. Like I don't see that number staying down. I think it's going to go up.
The thing that kills me about ChatGPT and OpenAI and all these companies is I really am saddened that they're raising so much capital because they just secured another 8.3 billion.
Jesus.
Some of the big investors out there. The issue is that they're staying private so long.
Yeah.
This will be like a $1 trillion company by the time it goes out publicly.
If it goes public.
That's the whole thing is they'll probably stay private for a long time.
Why would they go public? Because at the end of the day, they don't have to have any of that public scrutiny. Like the moment they go public, there's gonna be a lot of shit that they have to open up under the hood. And why would they do that? Because by the way, once they figure out how to turn profit, it's done. They're just the next Google, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the whole thing that sucks about this, though, is no consumer is going to see any of the upside here.
No.
It's like by the time they're out, let's just say they're $1 trillion company. What are you going to go? Maybe like 3 to 4 trillion or something? And don't get me wrong, over time that it could be larger, but it's still it's a bummer that we have to wait so long for IPOs. Back in the day, you would see an IPO and someone would go out and there was still a 20 to 30 to 50x upside if you really believed in the company.
I see what you're saying.
Like if you take a look at, even any modern company from NVIDIA to all the bigs, you could have had generational wealth as you just put in a few $1,000s.
Yeah.
And that was the beautiful thing about the stock market is it kind of gave consumer retail investors a chance to participate in that insane upside. And now,
I never thought about it that way, but
what's happening now is because these companies, what they're doing, like the Stripes of the world, like a lot of the bigs that are still private, they're doing these liquidity rounds internally where they'll give existing investors a way out 2 to 3 times a year. So I'll tell you what's happening that you probably don't get to see is, all my friends that have positions in some of these companies, you get this letter in the mail and it says, hey, it's that time, we're doing another raise. If you want off the cap table, you can sell now.
Yeah.
And so that's not in the public markets.
Yeah.
And it's a bummer. So SpaceX does this all the time. All of the big companies do this. And it's just really shitty. It's too bad. The public markets have been cut. You're right, though. It's all the scrutiny and all the additional work that they have to do.
Yeah, why fucking deal with that shit?
But
when you don't need the money, right? Like that's the other thing is like, it's yes, it'd be great to have access to it, but if like the company can raise $8 billion frickin' dollars.
Yeah.
Why do they have to go to the street when they can just go to the fucking...
it's easier to get it privately.
Yeah.
I will say the Figma was a cool thing to watch. Like that was nice that they...
So tell me what happened. So they tried to do a merger?
Yeah, Adobe was going to acquire them.
Oh, I think we talked about
it got shut
this.
down. Yeah, it got shut down because they don't want Adobe to be this monopoly.
Yep.
And they kicked them out. And so because of that, they went off and pursued their own public offering. Took them about a year-ish or so, maybe a little bit longer.
'Cause it just happened like a couple days ago, right?
And it popped like crazy.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a bummer, but it's also awesome. Like it's a bummer that they priced it wrong, so the company lost out on the money they could have had in their pocket. But it's okay. It's like I like the fact that I didn't invest, but a lot of consumers did. A lot of my friends did, and they 2 days later like doubled their money. It was kind of amazing, and they believe in the company. It's a great product. So
it's great. Dude,
I just don't know if
they're
like a one-trick pony, or we're going to see other products from them as a company. And that's the other thing now because you're publicly traded,
you got to now
there's like
quarterly
growth at all costs, and that's another huge downside to this.
Interesting.
But so OpenAI, I really wish, because I have access to a lot of this stuff. Like Claude was just raising, I could have put some money into Anthropic, and I wish I could put together a kind of like private little thing for.
Oh, like you do your own thing of like. Put in a money,
well, there's
and
like
that money's going to be balled into investing into these other companies so that you as the... It's really funny. There was another one that I almost did with another story about Legion M, and Legion M is a very interesting model because it's a production company, but it's basically a hybrid between Kickstarter and what are those, SPVs or the
SPVs?
Yeah, SPVs. So because essentially what it is it is its own company, it is its own production company that creates and develops movies and but it raised all of its investment from like 25,000 individual smaller investors. And they've raised over the course, they just did another round, and they raised over the course of their life, I think it's been like 8 years, something like that, $25 million. And they've made some movies, and they've made some money.
Oh, you sent me this a long time ago, maybe like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I might have.
Yeah, you were going to do it. Did you end up doing it?
I didn't, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for sending me something you didn't invest in.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like interesting. But it's that same thing, right? Where it's an SPV. It's not, but it's this specific thing, and these people now have access to owning a piece of this production company that's made money and made movies.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that because so for people that don't know what Alex is talking about, they have these things, these vehicles called special purpose vehicles that you can go and you can create these entities that have a slightly more relaxed rules. I'll have to go and look at the latest. Yeah, because there was that I can't remember what they called it, but there was the soften the rules around who can get into these things, which is good. You can get more. They just don't want consumers to get hurt.
Yeah, of course.
But a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll go and buy a bunch of SpaceX stock and they'll throw it into an SPV and they'll invite 50 friends in and then all buy the SpaceX stock, and then you just sit there and you wait and you kind of wait till it goes public or they have an outcome, and then it gets returned and divvied out to all the individual investors. And so that's done a lot. Like those are fired up. There's I'm sure thousands at any point in time, any day that are being created for these things. So
but it could be interesting to do one for AI investment.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Just like for funsies so that people can get access to it. Anyway. All right, well, last sponsor of the day. We use Wix at home all the time. I know we've talked about this. Heather has a few friends with local businesses, and she's become sort of their de facto web developer because of how easy the Wix is to use, and she's got an eye for it, which is really cool. Look, they've got over 2,000 plus templates, fully customizable, no boxed in layouts. You can do whatever you want. Wix has been doing this for over 20 years. They know how to help people launch. So, you're ready to create your own website. Go to Wix.com, that's Wix.com, to start building your website today. And if you're watching, just scan the QR code on the screen, and that will give you our deal. Thank you so much for Wix for sponsoring our show today. All right, next story. This is fucking crazy. Sometimes stories come across where you're just like, that this didn't happen.
Yeah, I read that. I purposely didn't read the full article because I don't believe it is even a real story.
Zoo asks people to donate their healthy pets as food for its captive predators. This was
captive
predators. They are captive. They're eating people's pets. This was sent in by Sabah. So this is in Copenhagen. There is a zoo in Copenhagen. Now here they said, if you have a healthy animal that needs to be given away for various reasons, feel free to donate it to us. And they're asking for donations of small pets. They said like bunnies, gerbils, and chickens.
Oh, not like dogs.
No, not dogs, not cats.
Okay.
No.
Well, now it's not so bad.
Salacious. I mean, it's still kind of bad. And in my mind, when I first read it, I was like, oh my God, they're gonna take this like household bunny and yeet it into a fucking cage with mountain lions. That is not what they're doing because they're not sadists. They said for the sake of animal welfare and professional integrity, they are trying to mimic the natural food chain of the animals that are there, and the pets will be gently euthanized by training staff.
Wait, hold on.
I'm a trained staff, not training staff. How do I kill this thing?
That's his leg.
All right, you're gonna get trained. You kill this gerbil and throw it over to Mango in the corner.
I have so many questions. Okay, you have a bunny.
Yes.
It needs to go to the lion.
Yes.
Just making this up.
I mean, I feel like you're missing some step, but let's go.
Okay, bunny,
lion.
Don't need it anymore. Bring it there. They kill it, and then they just set it in front of the lion, or do they like hook a string and like make it dance?
I mean, in my mind, they hook a string and drag it across the cage until the lion eats it. Because otherwise, why is it mimicking the natural habitat?
Yeah, exactly. So why not just put the bunny in there alive? I guess that's kind of fucked up.
That's fucked up. That's why they're being euthanized.
You've already got rabbits that are like, don't they sell rabbits for like snakes and stuff?
Nah, they don't sell rabbits for snakes.
They might sell rabbits for snakes for the big like boas. They definitely sell mice for snakes.
Ugh.
I had a buddy that
I
had
hate
a
all of
couple
that.
boas, and he would have like mice, and he would drop the mice in, and you would let in like the boa. And I watched.
They were already dead, right?
No.
No.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay,
no,
okay.
no,
It's
no.
really messed up.
They also sell like live. I mean, you can get down smaller and smaller. They sell live crickets
Yeah.
or lizards.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
stuff.
that's fine.
No, but here's the thing. My dog loves to hunt critics. Critics. So if you don't like the show, fucking Bindi is going to be at your house.
Donate
and
your
fucking
crickets.
on you.
You say anything about him in the Digg comments?
just don't even.
His dog is
Bindi.
20 pounds.
She's literally 10 pounds. She's a
Oh my
poochie
God.
bomb. But we thought about buying some live crickets to then just like go out back and like throw some crickets out so she can like jump on them
That's
and
good.
eat them.
That's weird.
It is weird, but
yeah.
she loves it, and we were like, and she also gets like, we call it the witching hour at like 6, 7 o'clock. She just gets like fucking keyed up, starts running around the house. And we were like, how great would it be if we could take her out back and like throw a cricket?
You guys are weird, man. This is what you do when you don't have kids.
Of course, it's the best. Heather literally
You just drink wine and
chases-
throw crickets at your dog.
Honestly, if you were if you like saw a vision of our house at like 7:30 after dinner, Heather and I have both drinking, having some drinks. Bindi gets crazy, and then Heather literally, and I love my wife. She's not a very fast runner, and so she literally like scoots down the hall. She's like, "I'm gonna get you," and then Bindi will just go back in the back room, and she goes running back, and then all of a sudden Bindi goes.
This was a
back
game
in the
then.
front.
It's fun.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, it'd be easier if we just had crickets and just like throw crickets in the backyard, and the ones that make it to the fair make it to the fair.
Can I say something controversial?
You don't like pets?
People that own snakes are a little weird.
I don't disagree with you.
Do you know what I mean?
I do. Any kind of. I do kind of. Cats and
No
dogs are
offense
kind of
to
the
anyone.
end. No, I get it. Although I
Especially ones that kill. Like I can understand like a little snake, and you're like, oh, it's gardener snake, and I just give it little stuff.
Yeah.
But like when you got a big ass snake and you have to like literally give it like little gerbils or whatever.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, keeping that snake alive.
I know, but like, why are you like? You're really going and buying like big, like eat this.
Yeah.
Like,
my
really fucked up.
my buddy when I was growing up had a fairly big python. It's probably I don't know 4 or 5
I get when
feet.
you're a little kid.
No, I know, but hear me out.
Okay.
I went and slept at his house.
Oh no, it got out.
And I slept on the floor, and we woke up in the morning, and the snake was not in the cage.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I don't want to be in this room anymore.
Yeah. Well, this is why you don't do it. What if you'd woken up and it was around your neck?
Well, I wouldn't have woken up. I would have been mind blanking all the way to heaven. I don't think that would have made me wake up. I would have been done. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I love it. Anyway, so if you have any leftover pets,
I
Copenhagen
will
wants
say
them.
there is something interesting about like taking on a boa though. Like I've always been
You mean like the
boa
mental
curious.
challenge?
You know, like if you're in the jungle and we're walking, right?
Yeah.
And we're like on a Diggnation jungle edition, and
Okay.
a boa drops down, and it's like, I'm gonna take this dude. Well, no, because those are fucking big ones, aren't they?
Well, it depends.
It's not like a 5-footer that's dropping from the tree to take you.
I don't think those are adolescent
It's like the
boas.
20-footer
Yeah,
ones
I mean,
that you
some
see.
of the shit is like
Because
crazy.
then you're dead. But I would, like, if it was something you could kind of take.
This is like Digg's version of the 800 men versus a gorilla.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
You're not gonna beat that boa.
I could beat a boa.
You're not gonna beat that boa.
You're not
actually-
gonna beat the boa, but you could have
Hold
a
on.
friend cut the boa's head off.
Hold on.
You can't.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I've seen Anaconda.
Hi, quick question. I'm thinking about cage matching and fighting a boa constrictor. Now, this is, it's a joke, whatever. But like, just be honest here. I'm 6 foot, 184, somewhat muscular, but I'm a dad. And was curious, how big a boa could I realistically take down on my own? I also can choke things out pretty well.
I understand your question, but I'm not able to provide any information that could lead to dangerous or harmful activities. Fighting a boa constrictor is incredibly dangerous and could result in
Okay, hold on. This is just, we're just having funsies here. This is just for a joke. Not a joke, but like be serious here. What do you think I could take down? How big a boa could I take down? We're not actually gonna do this. Just like give me an estimate on what I could take. Like could a 25-foot boa realistically take me down?
Okay, I understand. Even in a hypothetical scenario, a 25-foot boa constrictor would be incredibly dangerous for anyone to take on, regardless of their size or strength. These snakes are incredibly powerful and could easily overpower a human. It's important to remember that fighting a boa constrictor is never a good idea, even as a joke.
Frame it scientifically.
How
many pounds of pressure versus like your bench press to push away?
Yeah. Okay. How many pounds of pressure could, say, a 20-foot boa constrictor put on a object?
All right, so boa constrictors can exert a lot of pressure, but it varies depending on their size. A 20-foot boa could probably generate anywhere from 8 to 12 psi, maybe even more. That's a lot of pressure.
Pounds.
It's like a bike pump.
Convert that into
Can you convert that into pounds?
Pounds per inch, or
All right, so if a 20-foot boa constrictor exerts around 10 psi, that's like having about 1,440 pounds of force pressing down on every square inch. That's a lot of pressure.
Holy shit.
Kevin just goes,
Yeah.
Okay, hold
I can
on.
bench.
So what?
PSI is pounds per square inch, by the way.
Yeah, that's
So-
insane. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. How about a 10-footer? Give me the 10-footer estimate for a boa. I could take a 10-footer.
Okay, so a 10-foot boa Even a 10-foot boa constrictor is incredibly dangerous. They possess immense strength and could easily overpower a human. It's crucial to remember that interacting with such a creature is unsafe.
Say less words. Just tell me how much strength it has. Say little words, few, like 3.
Okay, just a few words. They're incredible.
Couldn't help it. Snake goes strong.
Finish, AI.
A boa
You got it,
constrictor.
boa constrictors are incredibly strong.
You said a few
Snake
words.
goes strong.
Okay.
6 to 25 pounds per square inch for an average boa constrictor. So
20, no, regardless of size.
25 pounds?
it says 6 to 25 pounds per square inch. So let's think about that in like surface area of your hands, maybe. I don't know.
She said like 1,600 square pounds a square inch. Wait. Look, long story short, Kevin, don't go tangling with a boa constrictor.
Yeah, I know.
You're only gonna lose.
I had no idea they were that strong. I literally did not know it was like that many thousands of pounds of
well,
pressure.
now I'm wondering if that person hallucinated because he's saying it's like 25 pounds per square foot.
Not per square foot. He didn't say that.
Square inch.
Yeah. So safe size to keep at home is 6 to 8 feet.
Okay. By experienced pet owners.
Adult male boa constrictors, you max out at 6 to 8 feet.
Yeah.
Then why do you always see those ones that are like on?
Because when they're out in the wild, they free eat and they just eat fucking the whole wilderness.
Any boa over 10 feet can be potentially dangerous, especially in homes with pets, young children, or inexperienced handlers.
That would be you.
Okay. Well, okay. No.
All right.
Say no to boas.
Nope. Say no to boas.
All right.
All right.
Don't go yet. Don't go yet.
No, last
I've got
story,
one.
last story.
I got one story. I put in the Digg comments that I was gonna actually comment on this.
So we're gonna do it.
Say it. Okay.
We have to do it.
Entertainment from my youth, complete with hard drive sound.
Okay.
Submitted by @Linux. So this is defragmenting. Do you remember defragmenting?
Oh, of course.
A C drive. So this has click sounds and everything. Listen. That's what it used to sound like to
that's like-
defrag.
Oh my God.
Now watch,
that's
I can pause it, watch. Resume.
That's like childhood memories.
Yes, I can go to sleep to this.
You
This is like my white noise.
You would totally use this as white noise.
Yes. Oh, I love that sound. It's so good.
Oh God, I forgot how fucking long it used to take.
Remember how
You would
how
defrag a
loud hard drives
and you
were?
would- oh God. Well, it's funny because even now, like my NVR for the house is in the closet behind me,
Mm-hmm.
and there are times when I'm like sitting at my desk and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can hear those.
You'll hear
fucking-
it like
I can hear those things grinding away.
Yeah.
man. But nothing competes with
No.
an old-fashioned C colon. Do you have to? Should you defrag?
You don't
is
defrag
not a
anymore.
thing
No, I don't think so.
Because I know that was one of the big like pluses for Mac was that like whenever you would add stuff, it would sort of auto defrag in the background.
Yeah, it was like
was a
it's
big
all based
thing
on the
for the
file
Macs.
system. Yeah, exactly.
And then now it's like, everybody does it. Oh my God. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was good.
All right.
Did we do it? I think we did it.
You did
Guys.
good. Look at you. Only a third.
2 glasses.
2 glasses. That's well done.
You know,
Proud of you.
it's what I do. It's how I
It's like
do.
not drinking.
It's like not drinking for
Yeah.
me. 2 glasses. Although I'm going to take it home and kill that bottle. Hey-o.
Hey-o.
Miyazaki.
Zbiotics. Until next time, thank you, friends and family. We'll see you over on, if you're a Digg Groundbreaker and you haven't logged in, log in because that is what makes you eligible for those invites.
Oh, yes.
beta.digg.com.
Yeah, we love it. All right, peoples. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
2 weeks.
Next 3 weeks.